guys for this video. I tweaked up my mic, so hopefully I'm a bit louder now. So whatever it is, let me know. And let's get into it. I got some stuff here to look at, so let's read some stories. How do I, 27 male, tell my friend 27 male that he'll never date an influencer like girl? I, 27, have a friend who's also 27, who I've known since our freshman year of college. He's never really dated, at least not that I'm aware of, and he's never seemed particularly interested in pursuing anyone seriously. He occasionally mentioned girls, but it was always in a vague or surface level way. 2 years ago, I broke up with my long-term girlfriend and re-entered the dating world. That's been a whole journey of its own, but that's another story. Since then, he started talking more about dating and women. I think he now feels like we're in the same boat, and honestly, I'm glad he's opening up more. Here's where I'm struggling. My friend is an amazing person, funny, smart, thoughtful, and a great cook. And he has a solid job, but on a purely superficial level, he's not conventionally attractive. Some people might even consider him ugly. When we were younger, that kind of thing might have mattered more. But now that I'm dating again, I've realized how much broader and more complex attraction can be at our age. There are so many different kinds of beauty, and what I find attractive has definitely evolved since I was 18. Unfortunately, my friend does not seem to be that way. He only seems interested in women who looks like Instagram influencers, very stereotypically hot, and being brutally honest, those types of women who are typically looking for guys who match their aesthetic, and he just doesn't fit that mold. I'm starting to think it really hurts self-esteem. Not dating is making him feel like he's worthless. I've tried to gently steer him towards more realistic and fulfilling possibilities. For example, a friend of a friend often compliments his cooking. I suggested he ask her over for homemade dinner sometime, and her response was, "She's ugly." Oh no. That really bothered me. At our age, I feel like we should be past the superficial mindset and actually see people for who they are. I don't want to shame him or be cruel, but I also don't want him to sit back and watch him spiral because he's chasing an ideal that's never going to happen. He's not going to date or hook up with supermodel type women. That's just a reality, and that's okay. There's someone out there for him, someone who will love him for who he is, but he's blocking those possibilities because of his narrow idea of what's attractive. How can I talk to him about this without sounding condescending or mean? I want to help him see his own worth without reinforcing unrealistic standards. Any advice will be appreciated. Oh shit. Dude, he's almost 30 and he's thinking this way, bro. He's cooked. He's for sure cooked, bro. Listen, bro. There is no better time in history until now where you literally have to look like Brad Pitt if you want to get laid like that, dog. And just to do that for an Instagram fucking, like, bro. Like, so much for influencer. Like, dog, that word is literally thrown around more than the girl you're probably going after. Dog, they're, like, Instagram girls in real life are actually, like, legitimately nothing. Like, you can go, there are plenty of videos of, like, people meeting up with these people, and they're just not who they are on the social media. Like, literally, their pictures are all fake. You know that, right? They're all photoshopped. I'm sorry, bro, but, like, if you're cooked, bro, if you're chopped, like, come on, bro. You gotta be serious. Like, for real. You gotta be realistic, dog. Bro's 30 and he's not up to that standard, dude. I find that guys like this often aren't chasing something they find attractive. They're chasing approval by other guys. They want a trophy wife. They want other men to see their Insta model Jet as a status symbol. I think the best thing to do here would be try to counteract the narrative in his head, compliment women that are not conventionally attractive in front of him. If you call someone ugly, no, she's not. She has a really pretty smile or whatever. Don't engage in any weird lusting over bombshell woman behavior. Emphasize that social media isn't real. We're dating a famous person, must be super annoying. Or that looks like that. Require a lot of upkeep. I kind of farted there. And that's literally true. That's what I was saying. Bro, nothing is real in social media, dog. If you think their lives are actually like that, you're stupid. Bro, if they're around boats, you're cooked, bro. If you see a timeline or highlights full of places they visited, you're cooked. You're done. You're down, bro. That's it. You're done. She's cooked, bro. She's done. Like, she's literally like someone else's wet wipe. Hopefully, if you model healthy dating behavior, he catches on and comes back down to earth. Honestly, I don't give a fuck, bro. Bro, if it's one thing homies know about each other, yeah, they're gonna tell you what the fuck you fuck up, bro. So if you fuck up, we're gonna let you know about it, bro. I will tell him he's stupid as shit. You gotta tell him he's stupid, or else he's never gonna learn, bro. Some dudes be really delusional like that. I'm sorry, bro. You're dumb. You're simply not that guy, bro. You are not Marlon. You are not him, bro. You're just Felipe, bro. You're just that guy. And you really just want a trophy wife. That's so common here as well. I think you are right with the trophy comment. You put into words what I've been thinking for a time now. We all have insecurities, and his is this. Maybe he's looking for a way out of the insecurities using women instead of actually facing the root problem. You know what's interesting? We want the complete opposite of that. Bro, have 0 followers. Be no one, bro. I don't want no one lusting after you and that nigga. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, community napkin. No, I don't want that. Fuck you. That is the worst thing I could want. He wants something he shouldn't. That's stupid. Sorry to say, but your friend sounds extremely shallow and immature. All he can say about a mutual friend who's kind to him is that she's ugly? Yikes. Clearly he isn't thinking through the advice you're giving him. He's an incel. Oh my fucking being. I didn't even think about that. The first thing he says to someone who's kind of a mutual friend is that she's chopped. Bro, you're chopped. I let him figure this one out on his own, considering you probably have to be very literal about your view of the situation. These women are out of your league and will not be interested in you. And then he won't listen anyways. He doesn't sound like he'd be a great partner to anyone right now. Even if he wanted to. You don't even have money, bro. You don't have money. You don't have height. You don't have social proof. You're cooked. You're done. You're done, pal. Yeah, quote unquote ugly honestly kind of surprised me. If he said that, I'm not into her like that. Fair enough. But that's really unkind. That would impact my opinion of him. For real. I don't actually call anyone ugly in person unless they're being a dickhead to me or something. Like, that's actually like, at this point, the word ugly gets used less and less and less. So if you get called ugly, you know you're cooked. Or they're just mad at you. And bro's 27. Don't forget that. He's almost 30, dude. You're cooked. You're chopped. Don't tell him that his face is ugly. Tell him that his attitude is. That his superficiality makes him unpleasant to be around and less of a good friend. Don't reinforce any idea of hierarchy with influencers at top. You're not as good enough to date them. Won't be supporting the ideas you aspire to. Yeah, definitely telling someone's a dickhead is something you should definitely say. But again, since he's a dickhead, he might get offended about that and then do dickhead things. Alright, let's see what the next one is. There's like a bunch of stuff here. What the fuck did I go to first? I'm 30 and my girlfriend is 29. She said I'm her soulmate, but she also says she's not done exploring yet. What does that even mean? Oh! You're done. I'm 30, from Seattle. I work for an advertising tech firm, make good money, and have a very comfortable lifestyle. She's 29, into marketing, from Seattle as well. We've been dating for over a year. Everything feels perfect, chemistry, communication, laughs, deep talks, etc. But last night, she says she sees me as her forever person, just not right now? What do you mean explore life? Get out of my house! I would have been like, if you want to leave, leave, but you're not coming back. You're not coming back. What do you mean explore? I'd ask that first. At first, you ask, explore what? Motherfucker, it's been a year and we've been doing everything together. Chemistry, communication, laughs, deep talks. What more do you want? And bro has good money. What the fuck is the problem? Bro, we're 30 years old. Bro, what's up with 30-year-olds, bro? I mean, they're millennials, I think. Dude, they're cooked. God, she's done. Yo, you're done. Yo, she's out. Back to the streets you go. See, look, you break up. Yeah, fuck that. Explore? Bitch, you're 30! Oh, hell no. She's trying to get train ran on her and shit. You break up. She's telling you she's wondering if there's a better offer out there. She wants to date around but keep you in her pocket as her safety pick. You're the safety net. Selfish and cruel. Go ahead and walk away. And I'd let her know that shit too. And she's 29. She's been dating for a year. It's not like she has any chance to play the field. It took her 30 years and she still hasn't found someone. Even though she did. But clearly she's not happy. It means she wants to bang some new dudes and keep you as a backup. Just like a spare knife in your fishing bag. Nuh-uh. Well, if you're a real city boy, you could do something about that. You could just pull the same thing. I mean, is that really a bad thing at this point? Because she clearly says she wants to explore, right? So you could say, technically, can I explore too? And if she says no, then drop that fuck. But if she says yes, then you can go actually find someone because you got money, right? You got money in your 30s and you look good apparently, I guess, maybe. And then watch how pressed she gets when she finds another lady in your room. That'll show her, right? We're open, you know? And then leave her. I don't know. Do whatever you want. I wouldn't. I don't care. Get out! Literally. That's all it is. Just, you have to leave, dog. You're done. You're cooked. You're freaking wrecked, bro. You're done. Oh my god. Like, what the fuck is this dumb fucker talking about? You're 30 years old looking to explore? Bitch, we're in our 30s! Alright, this is interesting. Look at this. I, 37 female, get my husband, 39, an ultimatum about his hobby. How do we move forward? Oh, let's see what this is, bro. Because sometimes it can either make perfect sense or it's just straight up bullshit. Spouse and I have been married 15 years and we have 3 kids under 10. We're both always been into fitness, but my husband is always looking for ways to do more. Last year he trained for and completed his first triathlon. We were all pretty proud of him and glad he had experience, but the training really kind of sucked for us at home. He spent over 3 months working out nearly every day. It was incredibly time consuming. He spent hours a day, for example. Some days he worked his job, then come home and do a 3-hour bike ride or run. There were many days where he flat out didn't see our kids at all and really felt like a single mom. About a month after his triathlon, he started talking about how he wanted to do another right away. I immediately asked him if there was plans for triathlons, and he said he'd like to do them continuously throughout the year. I told him that if that was the case, that I really didn't think I could do that and it might be best we part ways. He was incredibly upset and indignant, told me I was unsupportive and trying to sabotage him. He said it was unfair to me to demand that if I was dating someone, I would never ask them to quit their hobby. And he's right, I wouldn't, but I would still absolutely peace out because their hobby is incompatible with the life I'm looking for. I didn't really feel like I was even making it a man. I was just stating the fact that it was really hard to support the family alone while he was trained, and that I couldn't see myself doing it forever if he wanted to become a triathlete. Even though it was quote-unquote supportive on paper, I feel like the most supportive thing I could do in this situation is step away and let him do what he wants and chase his dreams. He eventually agreed to drop the triathlons because we're the most important thing to him, quote-unquote, but it's been months and he's still finding ways to make snide comments about it or bring it up out of the blue if we can argue. I can't tell if he's just feeling resentful or he's trying to get me to feel bad into my mind about it. At any rate, I still feel the same way and there's no chance of going to change my mind. How do I move forward with this? Ow! I don't want to think about this. It's not my decision. He might be ODing it a bit. You guys are 40 and they have kids under 10, so it makes sense what she's talking about. If they're over 10, if they could take care of themselves, then that makes sense. But since he has little ass kids that are in elementary school, you might have to cut it out a bit, bro. You're a daddy, bro. You're a baby daddy. I have 2 kids and I get where you're coming from. I think the other commenters here don't understand how difficult it is to handle kids solo. My husband also has a fitness-related hobby. 90% of his training occurs when the kids are sleeping. He also doesn't get to be tired in the morning because he made a life choice to sacrifice relaxing and sleep time for training, not me. It's great, he has a hobby, but when you have a family, the hobby can't be the most important thing to you. Your family is supposed to be the most important thing. Tell him to come up with a plan that lets him train and still be present, father and husband. And if you can't, you should explain to his kids that he's choosing triathlons over them. Not actually. I don't support that at all. But he's not willing to tell his kids that, then why is he willing to send that message with his actions? Pretty much. Just that. But that's crazy though. Bro, imagine having like a 12-hour shift and coming back and then doing a 3-hour ass David Goggins bike ride. Fuck that. Oh my god. Don't change your mind. Going to a full-time job and then coming home and training 3 hours a day is too much and not compatible with the family. Doing it for a couple months? Okay. Making it semi-permanent? No way. Ask him to get up early and do it before work while everyone else is sleeping if he really wants it. That's crazy. You told him to, if you want to get that bread, wake your ass up even earlier, nigga. This man has 3 children under 10. The only reason he was able to train like a single man, because you shouldered 100% of every responsibilities of his job. Now he's sulking like a teenager. He needs to grow up and decide if he wants to be married father or not. That's what I said already. It probably would have been fine if they were teenagers already, but the children are under 10. They're actual children. So, kind of deadbeat, but not really deadbeat. I want to find something spicy. I think those are kind of like average, you know. Ooh, this one's spicy. BF 35 wanted to go on a solo trip while I'm 29 trying to go on a girls trip. Bro, this is like the fucking double barrel shotgun take. Bro, these 2 dumbasses. I'm not 100% sure how to approach this. My BF cheated on me last year. What? Oh. Yeah, they're all retarded. See, I knew it. We got 2 shells and a shotgun. Got 1 idiot, and then I got another idiot doing the other idiot thing. I'm not 100% sure how to approach this. My BF cheated on me last year, and we rekindled the relationship over the last couple of months. Things have been great. First mistake was trying to go back with a cheater. This is your fault. So it's all your fault. This is all your fault. I tell him I'm going on a girls trip to Miami. Then he says, okay, I'll just book a solo trip to Vegas. Is he wrong? So part of me has tried conveying to him I'm still hurt from last year, and although I trust he won't do anything, it seems weird to me to go complete a solo trip. Are you retarded or are you stupid? Because first thing, he's cheated on you before and you went back with them. That instantly makes you a dumbass idiot. 2, If you want to go on a girls trip to Miami, he gets to go wherever he wants. I don't care what you say. You're dumb. It makes sense. It makes sense to say that. It makes sense to say that. So part of me has tried conveying to him I'm still hurt from last year, and although I trust you won't do anything, it seems weird to me to go completely solo, not even to ask a friend to go with you. You know why? Because he's gonna get it. He's done it before, he'll do it again. You idiot. You forgave him. Anyone ever been in a similar situation? I'm like, if you want to go on vacation, why not go with me? You said you want to go with your girls. You're so dumb. He said he wants to drop a lot of cash at a fancy hotel. Yeah, and on a certain specimen of female that currently resides in the street. My securities are telling me the girl will go, like it's Vegas. So, cancel the girl's trip and go with him if you're so determined. I mean, listen, you're the dumbass here because you're dating a cheater. So what the fuck do you expect? I don't care. This is stupid. Literally, look. Wanting to drop a lot of cash at a fancy hotel is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Regardless of the cheating history, which is very bad, obviously. This guy sounds like a straight up moron. And it's her fault for dating him. So technically, listen, I don't blame the guy, okay? He managed to pimp his ass back to this woman who somehow took him back, and now he's gonna do more pimping in Vegas. I'm not gonna lie, it kinda sounds like a life. Bro has a bunch of money, he's willing to gamble away on a bunch of retards in Vegas, so why not? Wants to drop a lot of cash at a fancy hotel to take another woman back to. I agree. If he's not cheating, then he has poor financial habits. At 35, surface level, this isn't cute, but more than that, do you want a life partner like this? Ask her that. Do you want a life partner like this? Yes? Because right now it seems like a yes because you're dating him. Dumbass. Honestly, I think you should end this. I'm not saying once a cheater, always a cheater. And I don't... Yes, always a cheater. Because that's your past, you dumbass. I don't think there's any problem with forgiving a cheater. Yes, there is a problem. Because they fucking cheated on you and you got back with them. The thing is, if you're going to forgive a cheater, that takes work, and part of that work is for you to be okay with what happened and then get up to a point where it doesn't come up to your mind. If you can't get over that, then I think it's the best to break up. There's nothing wrong with not getting over it. It's more for your own peace and his, because now he's going to go on a trip and you can't even enjoy your own trip out of fear he might cheat or the reminder of it. This is just stupid. Because this is stupid. Bro is literally like living his highest high right now. Check his phone, he's got like 7 girls on it. Listen, I tell her, you're stupid, you're dumb, go find someone else. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. Like, why would I ever date someone that I've known has cheated before? That's like driving over a pothole, you know, that's deep enough to blow up your tire, even though you already know where that pothole is. So, are you really the victim here? I mean, do you really know what you're getting into? He broke your heart once. You don't think he'll do it again? I don't know. You that. Let him go, bro. Listen, bro. You lost already. If he's already cheated on you once, why would you trust him at all? And going to Vegas, quote unquote, alone is a huge red flag. I think a girl's trip to Miami is the same red flag. Listen, I reside in the state, and this idiot down here doesn't know. You think there are any good people here? I don't even know where they are. I mean, if I do, I guess I don't care enough. Girls trip to Miami? Fine. Fine. You want to leave him back there at home by himself, right? And he's a cheater. Hey, if the shoe fits, right? You know? If you give monkey banana in cage, but monkey has history of eating banana, what will monkey do with banana? Look, the smart people are commenting now. If you don't trust him, stop dating him. It's pretty simple. If you think it's okay to go on a vacation without him, you can't complain about him going on vacation without you. Don't think there's anything wrong with going on a solo trip. However, in these circumstances, it sounds like he's just doing it out of pettiness, plus solo trip to Vegas is something that common. Also, if he's cheated before, then it's probably not a good sign. Well, she's a fucking idiot, so... Do you think she knows that? No. She's on a Reddit thread asking for help. Stay home then. I'd say the chances of either cheating are pretty equal in Vegas or fucking Miami. Who are you kidding? Why do the girls always end up in Miami? I don't fucking know either. And I live here. I lived here my whole life. I don't know why. This place stinks, okay? It's overrated. I don't party, I don't drink, I don't do none of that. It's fucking useless to me. I don't know. I don't know why, actually. I never thought of that. I don't care about it. I go down there to the beach every once in a while, but I don't even like the beaches here. The East Coast sucks. The West Coast is better. Their beaches are way calmer. The only thing I do here is fish, car, shoot, and that's pretty much it. There's 3 things. Florida. If you're not in Florida to fish, to drive cars, to shoot guns, you might as well get out. Get out. Get out. You're done. This place sucks, okay? It's boring, it's full, it's expensive, and it's dangerous because pretty much once a year you're gonna get slammed by a hurricane and then all your shit is flooded in Miami Beach, okay? So what the fuck's the point, okay? Like, look at me, guys. Moving in. Yeah, and waste all your money? Go ahead. Fucking. A couple of months ago, I made a post about our first time meeting and gained a lot of traction. Can read them here. TLDR is we had been talking over a few years and then things got more serious. We both share the same interests, so the relationship was very important and it's something I value a lot. We had a fantastic time as long distance relationship, but the first time meeting was rough. The first couple of days were so bad it prompted me to make this post. She has severe anxiety and was the root for most of the issues. However, the last day was much better and things were up. Whatever. We planned another trip to a city closer to here in the States, where there would be an event we were both excited about in the last 2 months. This is now, I guess. Things seem to be going really well. She opened up a bit more about the meetup and was very apologetic about the whole thing. We spent the next couple of weeks in calls and video chatting, doing what we loved together. Things were great, but something was missing. A piece of the relationship. Something intimate and playful seemed to have faded. This was her call. She decided that she should be less flirty and sexual online until she can express the same in person. I respected that. I believed it just needed time, and I've always been committed to working through things together. Unfortunately, that's where things started to spiral. One thing about her is that she's very independent and often came across as distant or uncaring. There are some days where she chooses to not interact with me, ignore my messages, or get short when I try to be affectionate and caring. Usually this only happens when she's having a rough day. Understandable. Unfortunately, a week ago, she was having one of those terrible weeks. In my head, a relationship should be one of comfort, relief, but while I tried to help her through it, she lashed out and started being distant. I tried to comfort her, but it was met with coldness I couldn't understand. I had to guess how she was feeling and left it in the dark a lot. I made the, in hindsight, wrong choice of opening up about how I didn't understand it and how I just wanted to be someone she could lean on, about how it made me feel awful and I couldn't support her. I felt shut out so often. Jesus Christ, this is long. This turned into a lot of messages about how he felt about our relationship in general and the changes ours would need to take. It focused on how we care about each other a lot, but she has her anxiety and wants independent healing she has to work on, and how I have to give her more space and care less, quote unquote. The main villain was the culprit of the first meeting. Her anxiety is ruining her life in more ways than just a relationship. She's struggling everywhere. So her number one priority was to get in a better spot with that, then work on us. This was a great compromise, and I think it was good for a next step in a relationship. I would continue to give her time and space to wait for someone, and I think is one of a kind worth it, and she would get to the place where she believes that about herself. And finally, now, well, that was 2 months ago. Oops. I boarded the plane with a lot of hope. Things were good after a few days of getting back on track, but as I landed, I got a short, heartbreaking message from her. She says she's not in a healthy enough spot to make this relationship work for either of us. So So I just flew to God knows where, in the middle of nowhere, in a different continent, probably, to meet up with one person, and this happens after 2 months of waiting. I'm not gonna lie, I've been out. I'm finding someone else. Does it take 2 months to like get back yourself after anxiety? Is that realistic? I don't know. Bro really took a trip on a freaking fat ass airplane to visit this one motherfucker, and then she texts him that as soon as he lands. What hurts the most is it feels like she went from telling me how I was going to be her future to her basically treating me like an acquaintance. The last few days have been so tough. We talked for a little while that first day. Her entire focus of the conversation is that she needed to get better. She barely wants to talk about us. I got no closure, and now trying to talk to her feelings. Now trying to talk to her feels like talking to someone I barely knew, despite her saying she wants us to stay close. One of the first things she told me when we started talking was how words meant everything to her. They're so important. They should always mean something. She kept saying how much she cared about us, yet her current actions made me feel the complete opposite. I see her online, hanging out with friends, posting online like I never existed, like I was just a footnote in her life. I'm here now. I'm going to try to make the best of the trip. But being alone again hurts so much. I don't understand. Some days it doesn't feel like nothing. Other days she made the miles much longer. I try so hard. I'm exhausted. I'm getting older, feeling the pressure of finding my person, really settling in. I don't want to settle, but feel like I'm going to have to. I want more than anything just to make things right with her, to go back to that week and just give her the space she wanted. So we'd be on the trip together now. I mentioned above that she's very independent, but her anxiety is taking that away from her. She can't do the things she wants with the people she wants, and I understand that. But what about us? I'm devastated. I know a lot of you saw it coming, and the rest of you want to see this work. How do I move on? Oh, our 30-year-olds really like this, bro. Important edit here. He edited it. I've tried local for a few years. I've never had trouble getting dates or matches on maps locally, but I live in a small rural town and haven't found anyone that lands on my values and interests. From my experience over years of doing this, that dating locally will be settling, which is why I tried online. There's a bit. That's probably even worse, to be honest. There's a bigger city about an hour and a half away. Maybe we'll look there, but the relationship will be long distance. This is America. An hour and a half isn't really that long. 2 hours is somewhat, but an hour is not really that far. That's very easy. This is America. This place is huge. Bro, she's just a problem. I'd be like done with her already. You're done. This is probably why you're having so much problems. You're dealing with people that haven't dealt with themselves yet. Bro, she's a wreck, bro. She's crying in front of your face, but in front of her friends, she's a little angel. Fuck that shit. You're 30. You both are 30 years old. Why is everyone 30 having these issues? I thought these people would be done with this shit already. They won't take these chances. I thought at 30, like, you'd be like, no thanks, and leave. Clearly not. I guess they're desperate. And how do I find anyone like her again? You don't. Simple. You don't want to find someone like her. There's two different things at play here. Your fantasy of who you want and who she actually is. Very true. I can agree with that. Past experience. If you want to actually find someone who you have a good connection with, who will make you happy, you have to stop acting like a doormat. Know your worth. Don't let your partner treat you like shit, ghost you, ignore you, put zero effort into your relationship, and keep coming back. Like, for real. Bro, if someone does that to me nowadays, like, I'm already done. Bye. I'm not responding to your bullshit again. And keep coming back, begging for them for more or giving them more chances. If someone's mental health is this bad, don't keep pursuing them. If they are prioritizing you or showing interest in you, don't keep pursuing them. For real, leave them in the dust, bro. Like, why are you being such like a wet blanket? Like, bro, fuck this dumb idiot. She's stupid. If she can't sort herself out, what makes you think she's gonna sort your life out, bro? She's gonna make you miserable. You're gonna hate her as much as she hates herself. I'm not saying to act like a narcissist. Knowing your worth and how you should be treated also comes with treating your partner well too, of course. But you need to raise your standards here. Putting all your energy into someone who doesn't really care about you is a waste of time. It prevents you from pursuing someone who will actually give you the effort back that you deserve. So that's what I would suggest for future relationships. I'd also suggest to stick dating people local to where you live, who you can meet in person. Long distance relationships are really difficult. Oftentimes they're doomed to fail. Having a connection or text online doesn't mean you still connect in real life. Like, for real. There's a reason why they say never ever do that. And this guy doesn't know that already? So he settled for long distance? No, bro. Imagine that. Like, that is the worst thing you could do. In reality, you're settling for a long distance relationship other than local. How do I say this? Bro, just remember this. She ain't who you think she really is, bro. She's not goody two-shoes, bro. Just drop it, bro. If she don't treat you well, get out. She waited for you to get on the plane, travel, then land, and then she messaged you that she wasn't going to meet you. Dude, you're an adult. Be one. This woman is not now and never had been your girlfriend. She was a woman on the internet playing a game. What do you do now? Get therapy and meet people in real life. That's what I'm saying. Bro actually traveled across the ocean, probably, to meet this fucking idiot. And she says this dumbass shit, saying, I'm not going to meet you because my brain is too messed up because I'm stupid. What is that? And you're still simping? Fuck that. I'd be thinking about how much money I spent on this idiot. I'd be pressed about that. Wait, she did that last time too? So this isn't the first time this has happened? Oh yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot. Bro, you went back. So this guy went back. Oh my god. I think he's lying about the online dating apps part near in his local town. Bullshit. Bullshit. There's no way you're simping for someone across the fucking planet. Rather than people that live next door to you. All the comments on the previous post were egging him on and saying this girl shouldn't be punished for being an introvert. If someone is not showing they're interested in you, then you should stop wasting your time with them. It's that simple. They're egging him on, so maybe he thought he should do it again. This girl is not someone who you should be in a relationship with. Cut your losses now so they can embark on your next journey instead of wasting more time trying to make this work with someone who isn't at your level of commitment. There are plenty of other women who are ready for someone like you and will reciprocate the affection you're seeking. End things completely with her, amicably if you want, and enjoy the rest of your trip as a single man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, where could you be? Possibly. Where could you possibly be? Like, Indonesia? Spain? France? Crazy. I don't have to deal with that because, for one thing, I don't take bullshit. Second, I just don't have energy for it, I guess. Your requirements are this. Be somewhat attractive, that I can talk to you, that I can come up to you and talk to you. That's it, okay? You don't have to be fucking Megan Fox. 2 is to not be stupid. Don't be stupid. Like this. Don't be a wreck, okay? Like, literally, that's all we want. Like, that's all we need. 1 is be a woman. 2 is to not be a wreck. That's it. Oh. That's it. That's all I have for today. You guys are definitely in some situations, bro.